Welcome everyone to Wardens of the Cross. This is the Defender. One of the largest and dumbest arguments used in religious and political debates nowadays is that truth is subjective. While the idiocy of this statement reaches far out into the twilight zone, it is important to make an argument for why this is a foolish and completely erroneous claim, rather than just using every synonym of the word stupid upon it. That is the goal of today's Defender. Firstly, it is important to recognize an important concept. Some facts are subjective. They're called opinions. One person can think it is a fact that the game of chess is the best game on earth, while others can think that it is not. Similarly, some people can think that Taylor Swift makes great music, while others can think that her music is trashy, her garb is immodest, and her lyrics are downright sinful sometimes. It all depends. The argument becomes stupid when it reaches a point which is obviously not opinion-oriented and truth-oriented only. For physical examples of obvious truths, we can look at the following. A book cannot both be opened and closed at the same time. A garage cannot be both opened and closed at the same time. Donald Trump cannot be the president of some of the U.S. and not the president of the rest of it. A human of a specific biological gender, male or female, cannot be the opposite gender, even if they mentally wish to be so. While people may have varying opinions, these are all obvious truths. If there are physical facts which are always true, regardless of feeling and emotion, then there are spiritual truths which are always true as well, regardless of personal biases. The argument of truth being subjective is used in religious debates to show why, supposedly anyway, it is pointless for people of various religions to debate theology and try to convert each other, since one religion's teaching is as good as the next. The problem with this is that there are many hundreds of thousands of different religions, which all teach different things. Some large differences, some small differences, but differences nonetheless. Since all of these religions have different teachings, it leaves one who wishes to believe in subjective truth with only one logical explanation for their belief. There is only one God who teaches different people different things and tells them all that is the truth. This then causes each and every man to know without a doubt that he has his own subjective truth, which will ultimately get him to heaven. While this does sound nice on the outside, it cannot be logically true in any plausible sense. God is a divine being which has never and will never tell a falsehood. He created mankind to serve him in this world and wish to be with him in the next. God is not like the pagan gods of ancient Roman Greece, both corrupt and immoral, but rather he is honest. He would not tell one religion that hell exists and that those who do not obey him go there, and then turn around and tell another religion that all men will ultimately go to heaven. He also would not tell one religion to love your enemies as your friends, and then turn around and tell another religion to blow up the infidel. This is where the obvious truths part of religion comes in, and many people do not wish to accept this belief. The belief that all truth is subjective is rooted in ignorance and deep down a wish to avoid true knowledge. It is a wild card played by those who are unsure and ignorant of their religion's belief and teaching, and deep down inside not confident that their faith is actually real. Truth is an important virtue because it means that no matter the biases and attempts of tarnishing it, it remains the self-identifying and honest fact. The Catholic Church is made up of a staggering amount of truths which many people do not wish to have knowledge of. This is not necessarily because they are evil people, but rather they are content to wallow in a swamp of ignorance and would rather defy God than admit that they were wrong in their beliefs. It is not a subjective truth that all of mankind needs nutrition to remain alive physically, and it is also not a subjective truth that one needs God's teaching to remain alive spiritually. Forsake God, and at the last judgment he will forsake you. It is not good to dodge an opportunity to learn the true teachings of God with the idiotic claim that truth is subjective. What is true for one man might not be true for another, is the dumb argument used by fools. No, what is one man's opinion might not be another man's opinion, but there is only ever one truth.